Okay, we're good.
And just a quick question first. Should I look at you at the computer or at the camera?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both? Alright, because I'm gonna be attracted to go and look at you while I'm talking, so.
That's okay. First, I want to start off with hearing from you. How do I say the name of your restaurant?
So originally it's from the word in French, änkôr, again. But the phonetical way for writing in English is the way I wrote the sign outside. What we're trying to go for here is the experience that we're going to give to the guests that come in our door. They're going to leave and they're going to want to come again. I am originally from Quebec. I grew up in Sherbrooke. A lot of our team, like Tristan, is from a little town from around there as well. So we're all from very close area. For myself, I left when I was 17 and then I hitchhiked my way. I was actually going to the Okanagan for picking fruits. The person who picked me in Calgary dropped me out at the campground here in town, the Wapiti, which we used to be able to live the whole summer. So I was camping there, working at a coffee shop in town, and I never made it to the Okanagan and I never left here. So I moved into a restaurant and I realized that was like kind of my drug, my adrenaline. I loved it. All the good energy that it brought to me. I was in the front of the house and then I was watching the guys in the kitchen and I was like, you know what, that's probably where it fits me better. And then I just naturally moved my way into it and then slowly move up. I would spend like my first, I don't know, like 8, 10, 12-hour days, and then I'd still go home and cook dinner for my wife, and I realized, you know what, that's probably my passion. That's probably I'm in the right spot because I finished work and I still want to do it, kind of. When we got the place, it was an empty shell. We're trying to go for the LEED certification. So when we first started and chose that building, I was walking by, I thought it had something special to it. Then I approached the landlord and he told me the way it was built, it's all LEED certified, the way the insulation in the building is reusing the same pulp from the wood that built it for insulating. And then we're going to be solar powered during the day. So I was like, okay, that's the nice shell I want to start with. And then after that I went and I tried to source refurbished materials. So the brick, the countertop, all the wood from the bench, the entrance wall. So we refurbished a lot of older material and then tried to transform it into a fancier kind of look that we had imagined. I wanted the place to feel like it's got a soul, you know what I mean? Even the way we source all the plateware, so all the plateware we don't have like white plates. Like I went and reached out to some local artists here I was like, this is what I'm looking for, can you make it? And she made our mugs for coffee, our little plateware. Everything was crafted not just into a giant factory. But yeah, sourcing the way we sourced it was a bit of a challenge, and not at the same time. Like the fence was given to us from Banff. It's an old fence from Banff that we've refurbished. I'd say that contemporary Canadian is what describes our style. But then when you look into what contemporary Canadian is, realistically, what is it? Every time I say we're doing contemporary Canadian, people are telling me, what are you doing? And for me, it starts by sourcing. Like when you look into contemporary, usually is you're going to source very good products, you're going to treat them with respect, you're going to transform them. We got like ferments everywhere, all the skins of the vegetables, we're drying them, like burning them, drying, turning into powder. They add that extra flavor on the dishes. Yeah, we do everything in-house. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's fulfilling. Like we're every day trying new techniques, we're growing together, and that's come back to why I designed the restaurant the way it is and surrounded myself with people that want to practice their art, basically, right? Right now I could say that at least 80% of our food menu is Canadian product, and we're slowly moving to source those products to be fully Canadian. Even our capers, which like for the tartare that we're doing for the first menu, we found a supplier out east that they go and they pick oxeye daisy, they transform them into capers. The problem is it's hard to find those things. It takes a lot of time for some reason, because you go for those bigger corporations that can bring food in your restaurant, they go and they source everything out of Mexico and there and there and there. So you're like, okay, I'm looking for this product, what do you have for my options? Okay, is it Canadian? And then most of the time they answer you like, no, or nobody asked me that. Instead of having one supplier that brings you everything, then I have 10 or 12 suppliers right now that we need to call all the time and like, okay, can I get this? It takes a lot of time in your day just to source those products. And then the relation we're trying to build with some of the farmers right now. We've got a few really nice one that we're developing relations with. Probably in the next spring we have a few projects of growing our own stuff. So every day like people are reaching out to us right now, hey, we like what you're trying to do, here's what we got, and that's what I'm looking for. Like the more we put ourselves out there, the more these people are gonna come to us. Well, one of the farmer that's gonna be supplying us some pig potentially, she's gonna start raising our ducks as well. When she came to town, she was like, where should I go eat? And I was like, my home. And she actually came and dined in our place, and that's how we built our relation. So that's what I want to do. Like I'm trying to reach some other like beef farmer and try to create that bond with them, right? Realistically, it's more expensive. That's kind of where the challenge was, because I know what my budget was as well. So staying within that budget without the budget getting out of hand, not going for the cheaper version of it where it's not supporting Canadian people basically. That's kind of my biggest vision right now. Like my biggest goal all the time is when we go for something, first of all, let's try to get it Canadian. As far as capital money, I reached out with Futurepreneur and BDC, which are two smaller size Canadian loaning companies. So they helped me out with this. I actually reached out to the landlord of the building because he is very specific on what kind of tenant he wanted in this place, because the way he built the building, he is very eco conscious about the environment. And then when I lost my partner, I approached them. I was like, I want to keep going. Would you be interested in this deal? And then they were like, let's do it. They are part of this with me as investors basically. I did not have all the money myself now to produce this. I have them helping me out. There's been plenty of challenges. Damaged goods and transportation, wrong product getting sent to us. But so far we've managed to solve all of them. It would be unfair right now to say that to all the people that are getting affected probably more than we are with the whole pandemic. So I cannot say it's not affecting us and that we're in our bubble and then we're all good. But I just try to stay positive about it. I've surrounded myself with an amazing team, and we're all on board to try to reach the goal that we want to do it. So yeah, I don't know, I don't feel scared for some reason because we all have the same vision, I think. Yeah, we're just all trying to create something, have a place where we can be creative, showcase our art, showcase our stuff. I gave them every single tools that they wanted to be able to grow, same as Jen with her sommelier. She's trying to grow as a sommelier. So when she came on board, I told her, what do you need to grow? What do you need for you to achieve where you want to be? Because if she grows, we grow. It's good for all of us together, right? These guys in the kitchen, okay, what kind of tools? Like we shop with Tristan and I, we shop every single pots and pans that we have together. Like we've been working in this environment, we know exactly how we wanted this restaurant to be. So I gave them a platform to grow, and it's gonna make me grow as well. So we're just, yeah, I'm not scared because I think we got an awesome team for doing it.
We can maybe get her in here as well. Here's Jennifer, right here.
Hi. Well, background-wise, I've been attracted or been involved in the world of wine for 8 years now. I started my WSET level 2 in 2012 at 22 years old. Without knowing a single thing about wine. So I just worked at a big restaurant and none of the staff could explain the big varietals to me, and I just needed to understand why does Inumaro taste this way? Why does Ayuritico taste this way? It was quite a challenge, but then I just loved it so much that I did level 3. I guess there aren't enough people that have level 3 yet for them to bring the level 4 in. I wanted to do level 4 so bad and I couldn't do it, so I started the Quarter Master Sommelier instead. Quarter Master Sommelier 1 and 2, 2017 to 2018. And while I worked at the St. James Hotel as a bar chef and mixologist, so I did evolve in the world of spirits as well. And when Danny reached out to me, what I wanted to go for is work on pairings, because that's how you grow as a som. You can know all the regions, the villages, everything, but what it comes down to is pairing and finding the right wine to bring that dish to the next level, and those two components merging together, that gives you that wow factor that you can have great tartare, you can have great wine, but finding the perfect match, that brings another level of flavors. I think it's a great opportunity to be here right now to help people discover varietals that they might have been afraid of in the past. You
Well,
know?
show them something to discover, right?
Yeah.
And then that's the culinary art as a whole. It's not just me producing food or Jennifer showing of wine. It's us together coming and putting that together.
If you could give a bit of advice, what would you want them to do right now around sustainability?
First of all, buy Canadian stuff as much as you can. And one thing that I would say is when you go to the grocery store, don't overload your cart, fill up your fridge and let it die in there. Just be smart about what you buy. If we buy less, we consume less. We just consume what we need to consume. Then those big chains of groceries that are supplying us right now will bring less in. And as a whole, we can set that path to move on, right? I don't have the ultimate knowledge about all of that. I'm still educating myself, and that's why I want us to grow with that here. A lot of people say we don't have the power to change anything, but if you think about how you can make other people move how you want them to move kind of idea. So they're putting all these things in our stores because we're demanding it. I don't want to be a hypocrite either, you know what I mean? Like in restaurant, we know restaurants are known for a lot of pollution. So that's why we're trying to learn ourselves as well. Like if we're trying to, everyone as a whole, be more conscious, then we need to do it in the way we do it as well, right?
So thank you for sharing the time. We appreciate it.
Thank
And,
you for having us. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, very happy to meet you both, and thank you for being our cover feature.
Awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Stacy.
Take care, guys. Talk to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
No, take it off there.